Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and as of now, XRP Las Vegas has set the record. Last year, it's already passed last year's record in tickets sold. So this thing is going to be off the chain. It's going to be thousands of people there, and it's going to be the same week as Bitcoin Las Vegas. Brad Combs still has the early bird special, but it ends soon is my understanding.
Welcome to the new year and the countdown to XRP Las Vegas 2025, May 30th and 31st at the MGM Grand. Big news is coming this year for XRP. Learn more about the evolution of finance and Web3. The speaker lineup is growing with the Honorable Chris Giancarlo, the Digital Dollar Project, Cody Carbone, Digital Chamber, Simon McLaughlin, Uphold, Kevin Maloney, iTrustCapital, and many more to be announced. Get your tickets now and book your room at the MGM Grand. 2 amazing days with the XRP family at XRP Las Vegas, the world's largest XRP conference. Get your tickets now.
Go to xrplasvegas.com. You can get the early bird discount. You can also get discounted MGM Grand rooms. The link to that is in the description of this video if you need it. Look what we got going on here. We're seeing some green today. XRP's at 245, 246 now. Ooh, let me look at my phone. Oh my goodness. Things are getting heated up, folks. This engine is revving. It looks like it wants to plow past the all-time high. Maybe it will. Now, I covered this tweet in the last video, but I wanted to show it again because I wanted to show you something. This is the altcoin daily, guys, who are Bitcoin maxis. Truth is, Bitcoin price fair value is actually probably well above 100K. Crypto was suppressed by Gary Gensler. Well, the truth is, crypto was, but not Bitcoin. Let me remind you, this is a video I put out of Gary Gensler. What he's talking about here in the first clip, he's talking about how even if the courts make a decision, he's still not going to be sold and still isn't going to change what he's doing to go after crypto, even if the courts do. But in the second clip, he says the same thing, except when it's a court decision related to Bitcoin and helps Bitcoin, he'll go along with that court decision. But the first part, he's talking about cases like Ripple's case.
And so nothing any court would say would change your mind on that?
I wish something a court could say which would actually...
So it doesn't matter what the courts say unless it's pro-Bitcoin.
Bring the compliance sooner, but this was a field that was built as a global field, so a lot of it's outside of the U.S. And we have very robust securities laws in this country. Question about
this part, he talks about how if a court says something, he has to listen to it, but he doesn't have to listen to it if it's not pro-Bitcoin for all the rest of crypto.
Bitcoin.
We have seen in recent days SEC staff engaging with issuers, of a number of which have filed for spot ETFs. We've seen a number of amendments to those filings. It seems that market participants in crypto have a sense that we are reaching the end stages here. Typically, is this kind of engagement with the SEC not prejudging anyone filing, but the level of engagement we are seeing signifying of things getting easier, closer to resolving, or things getting more difficult?
Again, we have, I think, somewhere between 8 and 12 filings in front of this agency with regard to exchange-traded products around Bitcoin. And the staff of the various divisions respond when market participants have filings. We also had a court case earlier this fall in this regard. And so we do things according to our authorities and how courts interpret our authorities. And that's what we'll do here as well.
Right. We'll do that on Bitcoin, but not other crypto. So this is what Brad Garlinghouse had said. This is from Good Morning Crypto, that after Gensler, all boats rise. But during Gensler, Bitcoin could rise, but not the rest of crypto. So it's not accurate to say that Bitcoin's been held back by the SEC. No. Bitcoin has been propped up. They approved ETFs. They've done all, including Ethereum. Ethereum's been propped up too. Vet says currently Ripple is showing a reserve of 83.2 million for 77.2 million in RLUSD, which means RLUSD is backing is 7% over collateralized. Attestation will show the composition and prove it. Within the next 2 weeks, we should get the first RLUSD reserve attestation by Ripple showing the backing assets cache of RLUSD. Bullish Exchange, this is from Cowboy Crypto, who is the official cowboy of the Digital Asset Investor channel. And he says that the Bullish Exchange XRP RLUSD pairing moving up number 2 for 24-hour volume on CoinMarketCap. Folks, this is what it's all about. This is going to change the game. This is what we've been living through with all the Bitcoin Tether pairings and the Ethereum Tether pairings. Breaking XRP flips USDT to become the 3rd largest cryptocurrency by market cap. This is interesting about China.
I'm looking at Hong Kong, actually just launched this year the stablecoin sandbox. And for the past 18 months or so, they literally went worldwide and talking to Circle, Ripple, Visa, Alibaba of the world to make sure that government really are on top of regulations to basically have very clear guidelines to approve various different institutions to be able to support stablecoins. So in that sense, I'm looking at Hong Kong, actually just launched.
All right, that's an interesting clip. I wanted to show you here, I was listening to Dave Portnoy. He's the Stool president from Barstool Sports. Is it Barstool Sports? Anyway, right out of the gate, he said that he's an XRP holder and he buys it on Kraken, I believe he said. Kraken must be one of his sponsors. But that's a big deal. This guy has a tremendous following and he's really smart if you listen to him. Stuart Hogner has leaves role as Tether's Bitfinex general counsel. And this guy, Jacob King, says something big is happening with Tether. He's quietly quit. Tether's hasn't minted anything in 20 plus days. Banned in EU, billions sent from exchange to treasury, refusing to audit 137 billion in tokens. Under investigation. I don't know if all this is true, folks, but I did want to show you this. He said there's a reason the Tether logo is shaped like a nuclear bomb. When everything soon unravels, it will detonate with commensurate force. That's always been fascinating to me, that the Tether logo looks like an atom bomb going off. Let's watch this clip.
I'm curious, how would you describe, thinking about institutions specifically, I want more Fidelities of the world involved. How would you describe the sentiment that you're seeing, whether in your client base that's maybe considering, adopting a digital asset product, or even internally within your own firm? You mentioned, traditionally it's been 1 or 2 people leading the digital asset effort. Has that changed at all?
There's no shortage of excitement. I think people are excited to finally be able to bring to life what they've been working on for years. It's been a lot of behind the scenes work, and now people are finally allowed to be public about some of this stuff. And that's even happening at the large financial institutions, or it's especially happening at the large financial institutions. When you look at the news that's happened just this past week, right, or just this past year, it's really hard to follow all the news because there's so much happening. Yesterday or the day before, a private credit fund was launched on Solana by a large financial institution. Ether ETFs finally went live after much discussion yesterday. Bitcoin ETFs earlier this year, Bitcoin was up 85%. I don't know the exact percent today, but all of these things are happening. It's impossible to keep up with all the news that's now becoming public. This has been happening for years upon years. So there's a buildup, and even a large bank like Citi, and I can say this because of some of the things that this has become public, and we're allowed to talk about this now. We worked with them on a use case around payments, where they can facilitate cross-border payments internally at Citi for their clients and move money at a much faster, cheaper rate than previously done. When I say things take time, that took multiple months. over half a year to get that approved to move it forward. So there's a lot there that you'll see come to fruition over the next 9 months. And I think I'm excited. I know they're excited. I think just everyone is excited, right? There's retail investors are excited as well. But I'm not saying it's all going to happen overnight. But it's coming. So
trickle, then flood, maybe. Okay, in DAIXRP.com, here's what we're going to talk about. There's a lot of predictions, but there is one that I think is a shock prediction because we've been hearing a narrative, and this is the one place where they have been more accurate with just all sorts of predictions than anywhere. And I'm going to show you a shock prediction. I'll show you two of them, but some other predictions about XRP and all, but this is a shock prediction about crypto in general, and it'll blow your mind after you've been listening to all this stuff. It's like, whoa, that's not very high. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Away we go with the predictions. Here we go.